Well, imagine this, Caitlin. 2028.
2028. We going. We
We're
will be going. I don't even care if we get broke after.
I literally cannot believe this. I am quite flabbergasted by everything. I cannot believe we are here at episode 10 of the Realest Podcast. I'm super duper excited because today's episode is the 10th episode. Like, that's like literally the only reason why I'm excited. I'm excited because it is the 10th episode of the Realest Podcast, and I never thought that we'd be here at episode 10. I didn't think, I thought it would be a lot longer down the road, or further down the road, should I say. But, most importantly, welcome back to the Realest Podcast. Banner right there. Remember to hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment on what your favorite episode is so far. We have 9 other episodes out. It even could be this one. This episode could be your favorite, but you have to wait till the end to really find out. Beyond that, thank you guys again so much for being here. Remember to hit that subscribe button, like the video. Remember to stream on Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts if you guys want any audio forms. Beyond that, I appreciate you guys so much. This channel has grown tremendously over the past 2 months. It has been absolutely insane. I wish I could pull up the analytics on my phone of every single view that I've had. I imagine I could do the math in my head pretty quickly, but I do want to get things going. 120, 188, 139, 184. Oh gosh. 184, 130, 187, or 287, excuse me. 287, 310, 210, and 210, what's plus 210, 59? 369 views on this entire channel thus far. On to episode 10. I can't believe I did the math that fast. Tons of amazing people have been watching. You guys, the Nationers, it's been super duper awesome. Just everything, man. It really has. I even bought some balloons. For those listening, unfortunately, don't get to see the balloons unless you obviously go to the YouTube channel and watch the video form. I did buy some balloons. I thought it would be really cool to have some balloons for episode 10 of the Realest Podcast. Again, banner right there. I just want to get right into it. I just want to say a quick thank you to all those who have listened on any platform, whether that be YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and or Google Podcast. Anywhere you get your podcast, to be honest. Anywhere you guys listen, it means the absolute world to me. I don't know who some of these people are. I quite literally don't. Some people listen on Apple Podcasts, and I'm like, who are these people? I see people listening on Spotify. I can imagine who some of those people are. On YouTube, I see people in the comment sections, and I somewhat have a visual of who people are, But in all reality, I didn't expect this to be at this point right now, once we hit episode 10. And I just want to say, again, thank you to the Nationers for watching. But I think a big congratulations goes to the guests who have been on the podcast. We first started off with John. I wish we had the video of that because John, absolutely amazing podcast. Our first podcast. I was so glad when I put up that first photo because I was just like, damn, we're doing it. We're doing it. And so we started off with John in episode 1. We then had Bloda, our second guest, in episode 3, followed by Samson in episode 4, episode 5 with Rihanna. And wow, it's just been so insane. It's been so insane. I think, episode 5 with Rihanna, then episode 6 and 7 solo, episode 8 with Bert, and episode 9, which just came out earlier this week with Jack Weidman. I've been super duper stoked. I might go back and re-edit some of these photos just because they're still kind of dark. So I might re-edit them just a bit. So if they look different in future podcasts, you know why. But beyond that, I'm just so excited to be here at episode 10 to share a monumentous moment with every single one of you. You know what I'm saying? It's beyond baffling to believe that we are here quite literally 2 months later. If I remember, me and John recorded on a Sunday, and that Sunday was in June. It was very early June. It was the 6th. We recorded on the 6th, and I believe I posted that podcast on the 9th or the 8th, one of those two. And we recorded on that Sunday. Oh no, it was the 13th. It was the 13th because I remember he was heading home the next day. It was the 13th. I was working all that week from that 6th through the 11th. I was literally just grinding out this entire room during finals week. I was just grinding out this room, just trying to figure it out. There's a video that's coming out today on my main channel, The Real Jared, talking about, showcasing, not really talking about, there's talking as well, but it's basically showcasing how we transformed this room. We transformed this room from basically just like a guest room into a brand new room, quite literally. There's brand new colors of the walls. There's obviously no bed in here. It's now like a studio room, which is, in essence, kind of weird how we transformed this room from a guest room into a studio room. And it took about a week to kind of get everything moved in and moved out. For the bulk of it, there was a long process before that of just getting everything, but quite literally, so impressive, how everything has changed so dramatically and how everything has changed so fast. 2 months ago, I started this podcast. That is insane. Quite literally insane to believe in my eyes. And I just, again, thank you to the nationers. Thank you to all the guests that have came on. We're going to have some future guests in the upcoming weeks and everything of that nature, because I don't want to, I'm not stopping. I'm not done. We hit episode 10, as the cliche goes, this is only the start. But in reality, this is quite literally the start of everything. And I am just so appalled by just everything that I've been able to do by myself with my parents' support. And it exceeded my expectations of just the things that I am capable of doing. And I'm one to always keep pushing the boundaries and never be in a comfortable setting. And in the video, if you guys go watch it after this podcast on the main channel, The Real Jared, I quite literally, back in March, when I first bought the equipment, I had no idea if this was going to work out or not. I literally did not know, because there's no guarantee that this will work out. There's no guarantee that I will have a podcast. I simply just bought the equipment in hopes that it will work out, and that there is only one end goal, and there is no option B. There is no plan B. And I'm just so grateful for being so headstrong and being so focused for that. And I don't like praising myself. It sounds weird, doing that. I really don't like doing that, because it sounds like I'm just stroking my ego. But it's just so appalling to me that I was able to make this happen. And again, it's just your guys' support. And, I had to keep this idea locked in the vault for 3 months, quite literally 3 months. And I just could not tell you guys the ideas that were flowing through my head when I started this podcast. The first person that I thought of when I started this podcast was John and Bert. Those were the two people that I thought of when I started this podcast, because John, though I may have not known him for a really long time, him and I are both very mentally alike, and I really like that. I thought we really resonated very early on, and we had a good relationship during track season, and it was just we just always wanted to push each other. Even though we did 2 separate events, we always just wanted to push the boundaries of what we are capable as humans to do. And when I thought of Bert, I was like, bro, I'm up in Chelan. Bert unfortunately wasn't able to come over to the lake house when we were up in Chelan last year. And I was like, bro, I got a brand new podcast. I got this idea. What about if we did up in Chelan, did like a remote episode? And he was all for it. And obviously, if you guys have listened to those episodes, episode 1 and episode 8, you know, they were a bit nervous, you know, like the camera stuff for me is super easy, but for somebody who isn't on camera like 24/7 or like is very conditioned to that environment, it can be very nerve wracking, you know, and when that camera turns on, it's like, oh crap. Like every single step, everything that I do is being documented right now. And it feels like that very, very early on, but you just kind of learn like, it's just whatever, you know, it's just whatever. But yeah. And obviously, there's been a few people like Samson reached out the week before we recorded, and I was just like in a bad state. I was just like not doing good like that day. And he's like, man, I just saw what, you know, the podcast and everything that you're doing, like keep it up, man. And, you know, kudos out to him for reaching out because, man, we would have never had that conversation if he hadn't reached out like that in that fashion. Because Samson, great guy. We met at state my senior year, and, you know, he watched me win state. We went to college. We both competed against each other, had a really good vibe. And, you know, obviously then COVID hit, and then it was just good because there was a door that needed to be opened, you know, like what was life for everybody back in 2020, you know, like not many people really knew much what was going on. So most people kind of knew my life, at least in the YouTube scene, but nobody really knew what was going on behind the scenes. And I was so grateful that, you know, something like that happened because it really opened the door for a lot of these conversations, you know, and a lot of the things that I'm doing now. I would have never done DoorDash if it weren't for the pandemic and all that good stuff, because I wouldn't really need to, you know, and I just wanted to make more money, just become a better YouTuber and make better videos at a higher production. And I'm able to do that now in this room. I'm able to do that now in this podcast room, in the studio room. And like Rihanna, she also reached out, and you know, like I saw that she was in Spokane for her brother's graduation. I was like, bro, how long are you here for? I want to get you on the podcast, because me and Rihanna also had a good story in episode 5. Great story. Me and Jack go way back, and Jack's obviously a creator in himself. You know, he's a producer and an artist. And I just, again, I want to give people platforms to tell their story, because everyone has a story, and it's just like, how do we tap into that story? How do we tap into the gold mine of who they are, you know? And I've been looking up a lot of things of just how to be like become a better podcast host. And, you know, I'm a pretty charismatic guy, but I just kind of, again, want to understand everything. And I mentioned that in Bert's episode, because I just really do want to understand everything, you know? And it took a while for it to kind of get going, but, you know, I'm a go with the flow guy, and I learn as I go. You know, there are certain things that I definitely learn as I go, and I'm definitely somebody like that. I understand that it's not going to be seamless, and it's not going to be perfect from the start. You know, especially in episode 1 when we had no video and we just simply had to go audio. And you know, it's unfortunate, but it makes that episode that much special. And I'm sure later down the line we're going to get John back on. Obviously, as the years go on and we continue this podcast and we continue to have conversations like this, because quite literally, it would be super duper awesome in the future to not only up this studio, but then also move into like a bigger studio in a different location with new people, with new ideas, and people that I haven't really known or got to meet. And that's like a dream of mine and an aspiration of mine when it comes to this podcast. I interrupt this episode to bring to you our sponsorship of today's episode. Shop.spreadshirt.com/Nationer. The Nationer merch, our brand new line, the Nationer merch, is out. It's been out for 2 months. If you guys are looking for a brand new t-shirt or hoodie or hat to rock it with the Nationer logo, Nationer right across the chest, or any logo for that matter. Shop.spreadshirt.com/Nationer is where you can buy any of your Nationer merch. You guys can rep the Nation today. You can even buy a sticker for $3. Enjoy the rest of the episode. I want to go bigger and better every single time. And this gives me a space to do that. And your guys' support makes that happen. And obviously I have to do my end because I can't just be like, hey, listen to the podcast and then an hour long, of nothing. I have to give you substance. I got to give you substance. And I love doing it, and I never want to make it feel like I'm doing it for money. And I never want to make it feel like I'm doing it for the wrong reasons. I simply just want to be an entertainer, and I want to give entertainment into your guys' lives because this is my life, and I had a feeling that, like there was something about me that was bigger than life, that was larger than life. There was larger than me just doing my normal stuff. And I don't know if I found that back out when I was first starting YouTube back in 2014, or if it was later down the line. I really don't know. But whenever that realization happened, I knew it felt right. I knew it felt right. And it sounds weird to say because next week, like quite literally next week when this podcast comes out. So this podcast comes out on the 5th. In a week from now will be my 7th year anniversary of doing YouTube videos. In 2014, on August 12th, I uploaded my first YouTube video. Mind you, it wasn't great, but I had, realized that it wasn't great, and how can I make it better, and how can I just do something that I loved? I loved playing games, and I wanted to make videos and become a big YouTuber, and it takes time to kind of learn that, and, luckily, I'm 20 now, and back then, I was a lot younger, so I didn't quite know what I was doing, but, you live and you learn, and you just continue to grow bigger and better every single time that you do something, and that's the thing that I'm so grateful for is that I was so involved so early that I was able to tap into the whole world of YouTube and as a content creator very early on because I've been doing this for 7 years, and a lot of other people have been doing it for longer, but they're also older. So I have a very extraneous background from very early on. And it's been so awesome just to see the rise of everything and how everything's evolved as YouTube's evolved. There's a lot more people watching YouTube now than there has ever been. People always used to watch tutorials, funny videos, just things like that nature. And now it's like people are invested into YouTube. And I am also invested into YouTube and invested into your guys' lives in a good way. My sister and mother are home. I don't know if they're going to come onto the podcast. They can come onto the podcast if they want. But it's been super duper awesome. I've been just so grateful for the opportunity that my parents have given me and anybody who has supported me from the start. My parents, my sister, my aunt, my cousin, and my entire family. It's just been super duper awesome. I gave up a lot for something like this, but it just feels right. It just feels right. When I made the video back in June about like quitting track or like leaving the sport, it wasn't because I wanted to. It was because I needed to. I felt there was a point in my life where I needed to go in a different direction and go all in on something like this, and I felt no pain leaving the sport. I may feel some in September when I'm not training for track, but I certainly am training for my Spartan race this weekend. So I'm recording this on Wednesday. This is going to go out Thursday. And I am leaving Friday, so tomorrow when this episode's live. And then I compete on Saturday. And I'm super duper excited for it. I've been training for the past 4 weeks for this, and I've been just working my tail off to kind of change the trajectory of how I've been training, how I'm a competitor. And it's just like literally all I can think about this entire week is win. Do not fail a single obstacle. Race your heart out. Like no matter what that circumstance is, it's always going to be that. Do not fail an obstacle, race your heart out, and win. That's literally it. Like quite literally it. And so I'm really, really excited for this endeavor. It's a new start. It's a new area for me, and I'm really, really excited just to be able to get into obstacle course racing and be able to tap into a new area that keeps me competitive, and is fun. And I definitely want to become a little bit more competitive with it as the years go on. Obviously, it depends on how much YouTube works out, and I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will, but it's like, how do you balance that again? I just enjoy it. I really, really do. I just enjoy like that fun, energetic like environment that's very competitive, and it has a culture behind it, because obstacle course racing is not easy. It really isn't. I've been watching a whole bunch of videos over the course of the last like month of just people racing. I'm just like, wow, I want to do that. I like want to do that. And it's just like, let's go. Let's like get started, So I totally forgot my hair's down. I look like I have a foo-foo hair, like my mom back in the 80s. She had big foo-foo hair. She had blown out hair. And I didn't realize, I totally forgot that my hair was down, and that I look like my mom back in the 80s. Tough. But yeah, other than that, the one thing that really got me sparked into like just working really hard. There was probably two events that really got me just to like work hard and be really disciplined. I was always a disciplined person when it come to like a sport or in anything that I did. But the one thing that got me like really riled up was in 2016 when the Olympics happened, the Rio Olympics. I remember Katy Perry's Rise. They had like a whole montage. Like that music video, I was just like, whoa, bro. I'm like, oh God, this is the time, like this is the time that I'm going to work hard and I'm going to continue to be great, be different. And that's just something that I'm going to work hard. I'm going to work my butt off, because there may be a chance that I can make it to the Olympics. And certainly that aspiration in the field of track is maybe on pause right now, or like is dormant, and obviously the athletes in the Olympics are elite athletes. And there's another moment was when Kobe Bryant passed away. Like just hearing all the stories of Kobe Bryant, it was just like, I'm going to be a dog. Like I'm going to work my tail off. I just am. And that was just like a weird feeling to me, And it wasn't like I was at like a hardship, It wasn't like I lost a loved one, or, I got into like a tragic accident, and it's just like my life's on the line. It's like quite literally just because of the occurrences in my life, the Rio Olympics and Kobe Bryant's passing. It's the weirdest thing to tell anybody, but it's just like, I'm going to work so hard as an athlete to make this work. And when 2016 happened, I was just like, this is my time. Like, this is what I'm doing. And it's do or die right now. It really is. And I, eventually won state my senior year, and then I went into college, and it just felt so lost. And then Kobe passed, and I was just like, man, like, I don't even care. Like, COVID happened, and like our season ended, and me and my friend Ryan, my old teammate from high school, Ryan Conrath, we every single day of the week, so excluding Saturday and Sunday, so Monday through Friday, we would go up to the school and we would train from like March like 20th, like that time, like late March, to like the first week of June. We just trained for like 5 days a week, just like it was a normal season. And it was just like, we have no idea how long this thing's going to last. We have no idea about anything going on right now. So we just kept training. And then we hit the summer, and we just kind of, took our normal summer break off. He went back to school. I went back to school. And then it was just like dog mentality. I am going to be the hardest working person, the hardest working athlete out here. And quite literally, I'm going to exceed everyone's expectations of what's going to happen. And so like when we first got into the first meet, unfortunately I hurt my foot, and it's just like, that's just the reality. I couldn't change that. I couldn't change that my foot, I hurt my foot, and it still hurts to this day. It's not quite the same. Like I still hear it pop occasionally. I can pop it right now, and all that good stuff. And it's just like, nothing felt the same ever since. And I don't know if that was like a way of telling me move on or anything like that. I don't think it was. It was just like another obstacle to conquer. And ironic enough, I'm doing an obstacle course. I'm doing an obstacle course race again this weekend. So, I've faced a lot of verticals in my life that have been challenging, and this is just another way that I can still be competitive. And like I said, it's just work hard. Like, it is just quite literally work hard mentality, and that's all that matters to me. It's just working hard. So beyond that, I do want to talk about the Olympics a bit, just because it is quite exciting. If I'm not going to be honest, there's been a lot of, I wouldn't say controversy, but just more or less just like a lot of talk about, Simone Biles. Me and our family are big track. We like watching track mainly because like I did track and it's very entertaining. We watched the 400-meter hurdles, men and women's finals. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? That is insane. For those that do not know, we'll get back to Simone Biles in a sec, because there's actually some like news that I don't know if everyone knows at this point, which I do want to share. But back to the 400-meter hurdles. So Karsten Warholm, he's a Norwegian athlete, so he runs for Norway. He broke the world record in early June, like right before the trials. They have like one of those like pro meets, and he happened to be there. He broke the world record on his first meet of the year. Then goes to like obviously their trials, qualifies, then makes it to the Olympic final, right? We also in America have Rai Benjamin, who's also a very talented athlete in the 400-meter hurdles. And these two were like, Usain Bolt versus Justin Gatlin. They were like the two fastest guys that like if you pair them up, it's like you have no idea who's going to win. Usain Bolt's probably going to win most of the time in the analogy, but you want to see them run against each other is what we're saying. What I'm saying. Not weird. There's nobody else saying it. So the finals come, and I think Rai has the inside lane. So he has like lane 4, and Karsten has lane 5. So Rai can actually see him, and Karsten's he gets out really fast in the first half of the race, and then just digs to end off the race. The world record before that, I believe, was 46.7. Yeah, I think it was 46.7. And he broke it with like a 49.97. He like shattered it. He like almost shattered it by a whole second, which was insane because the world record he beat by like half a second, and then beat that record that he held by like almost a second. Absolutely insane race. And Rai Benjamin would have broken the world record if Karsten weren't in that final or if he had tripped at all. But then the guy in third, Dos Santos, who's 20 years old from Brazil, he almost broke the world record. It was 46.72. So even then, any single one of those guys, 1, 2, and 3, would have won any other Olympic. Would have won any other Olympic 400-meter men's hurdle final. Olympic gold, all of them. And if you take their individual time and place it against any last of the 400-meter men's hurdle, would have won all of them. Insane. A race of a lifetime. I was like, oh, I wonder. I'm like, I think Karsten's going to win, And I was telling my dad, he's like, oh, it was good. And, I think Karsten's going to win, And I didn't believe that he was going to, like, shatter his world record. Like, especially in, like, a 400, it's hard to, like, gain time because, it's only against the clock. Whereas, like, in, like, a 5K, you could typically gain time over each lap. Not in a 400. It's one lap. It is quite literally insane that he almost shattered it by a second. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it's a lot. So shout out Karsten Warholm, obviously Rai Benjamin and Dos Santos who got third, and insane race. And then on the women's side, this was insane. Sydney McLaughlin versus Dalilah Muhammad. Both of them are USA athletes who are competing for the USA. And me and my dad have watched Sydney McLaughlin ever since like 2016, 2015 when she came onto the scene. Just like we'd see like little clips of her and we're just like, man, this girl's going to take the world by storm. Me and my dad quite literally watched her from like her very early come up. And, bro, insane. Freak of an athlete. And, like, that was 5 years ago. That was 5 years ago that, like, me and my dad basically saw her for the first time competing against, like, pros at, like one of these pen relays or, like, something like that where, like, high school athletes can compete in those pro meets or this, like, college meet type thing. It was insane watching her versus Dalilah Muhammad because Dalilah Muhammad, she won gold in Rio. And Sydney McLaughlin also made it to Rio, by the way, but she placed third, I believe. And, like, insane for a 16-year-old to be competing against people who are really good. And that race, like, Dalilah Muhammad in the final stretch, the home stretch, so the final 100, right? Final 100. Dalilah Muhammad's, like, in the lead. Sydney McLaughlin's like, nah, sorry. Oh, passed you. Finals, like, finish. I'm just like, oh, my gosh. And broke her world record, too. Because Sydney McLaughlin literally broke. She was the first woman under 52 in the 400-meter hurdles and broke that. Insane. She broke her own record. I think it was like a 51, like 16 or 51 something. It broke it. And then Dalilah Muhammad also broke it. She ran like a 51.95. So both of them are the first two females to break sub 52. And then Karsten and Rye are both the first people to break, or I think it was, no, because I don't think Rye got under sub 46. I don't actually know what the time was. I think I looked it up. I don't remember. Let's see. Yeah, 45.94. So yeah, he not quite there yet, but I would love to see him run an open 400. His open 400, he almost runs the 400-meter hurdles as fast as his fastest 400 time of 45.05. Insane. 0.9 of a second. 0.9 of a second. That's insane. There's so many great things in the Olympics. I was watching cycling, a.k.a. mountain biking. They just place it under, like, anything with two wheels type thing. Mountain biking. I was watching the women's, like, I want to say it was, like, it wasn't a road race. It was, like, mountain biking, but I forget the distance. I think it was 25K, 25 kilometers. Bro, the Swiss are, like, insane. They got one. They got two. They got three athletes, right? They got three athletes in this race. They came first, second, and third. Absolutely insane. Exciting to watch. Me and my sister have been watching beach volleyball. We watch volleyball as well. We've been trying to keep up with basketball, but quite literally the games are just, like, never on because of the time difference. And we always see the score beforehand, so it doesn't really matter. Insane. Like, it's been so insane to watch. And we watch a lot of the gymnastics. And obviously Simone Biles didn't compete in some of her individual events. And I think right as the team thing was going on, balloon. We're just going to keep the balloon like that. Obviously, you can see the tape on the back. Should I fix it? I'm not going to fix it. It's fine. It looks good. It's a blunder of the entire... It just came off like it was nothing. Anyways, for any of the audio listeners, the number 1 of number 10 came off. So it's chill. But going back to Simone Biles, the GOAT, quite literally the GOAT of gym. She's 4'8". Oh my gosh, she's 4'8". I cannot believe that. I've only met one other 4'8", like, person in my life. And they're so short. Like, I can, like, hug them and, like, them still be under my arm. Like, I have to, like, squat down and hug them. It's like, they're like, oh my gosh. And so obviously Simone Biles, like, probably the greatest gymnast of all time. She pulled out of the team events, and they ended up getting second, which wasn't, like, bad. I think they probably were going to get second just because Russia or whoever got first was really good. I'm pretty sure it was Russia. They're just killer. They're just really good. So there's that. And then, like, some time goes on. Obviously, a lot of people are like, you know, like, mental health, like, that's, like, a big thing. But it's like, why did she just, like, pull out just because of that? Like, at any interview, she seemed, like, semi-fine. You know, like, she would look like she was, like, holding herself, you know, and even when somebody asked her a question, you know, it just like didn't seem like much, you know. It wasn't like, hey, tell us about like what's going on. Like it wasn't like that and then next question or like no comment type thing. It made no sense, you know, like it didn't add up to what we were like a lot of people were seeing. And I wasn't one to like criticize her just because like that's like she has nothing else to prove. Like quite literally, you know, she is the GOAT, like the GOAT. And she recently came out with kind of like a synopsis of what had gone on, which kind of had not put her in a good headspace. Her aunt passed away, I think 2 days right as they got into Tokyo. You know, unfortunate as it is, just like her going to Tokyo and then her aunt passing, like that's just like something that you would never wish for anybody. It's just like the greatest stage of all time in sports, and a loved one passing away. It's obviously the timing, like I said, is just horrendous because it's just like the worst possible time. And obviously we've seen how that affected her in her athletics and just like obviously her headspace and just not being able to focus and compete at the entire time. And I think a lot of people also said like the twisties I think it's like the twisties. Like think about it like the butterflies of like when you get like kind of like sick, but like think about it like the twisties is when you obviously are like spinning like a lot and doing a bunch of flips, and it's just kind of like hard to at least orient yourself in like consistently because it's a dangerous sport if you do land in an awkward or even fatal position, you know? So I think that was I don't know if that was like a mask for her to be like my aunt died. Oh, I have the twisties, you know? And knowing Simone Biles, like she probably, I would assume that she probably knows how to get over those pretty easily, you know? But, I mean, at a high level like that, like she's beyond goated in that regards. And the one thing to take away from that especially is she had mentioned, like, you have literally, like, I've seen a lot of comments online, and you quite literally do not know what is going on in somebody's life, you know? I think a lot of people were quick to support. I think a lot of people were quick to criticize. I think a lot of people were apprehensive in that regards. Like, why aren't you competing? You know, like what? Like, why does she need to compete? You know, I understand like somebody else could have taken her place, but again, like she's there because she earned it. You know, and then this just happened to come up, and so she came back. She competed in the floor and got bronze, which obviously was, I think, the thing that obviously disoriented her because she's a floor competitor. And the floor is like the big giant mat, which is like 50 by 50 feet, pretty large mat. And that's obviously like her event. And it just didn't really fall in line in those early days of knowing you lost your aunt, you know? That's like the worst news that you can get, especially if you are having the twisties. And that's just like how do you take your mind off everything that's going on, you know? Like it's really hard to imagine that, you know? So yeah. I want to call up my sister. Let me see if she has her phone on her. I'm going to call her. Let's call her. Let's call my sister on episode 10, baby. Let's do it. Sister Caitlin, which one's her number? Oh my God. I have no idea. They're both the same people. I just have two different contacts for her. Speaker. Let's see if she answers. Hi, Caitlin.
I can hear you from like the podcast room and here.
Oh, you want to come upstairs and talk?
What for?
You want to talk about Katie Ledecky?
Sure.
Okay, see you soon. Oh, yes, we got Caitlin coming up, which is going to be exciting. Obviously, this is my sister for any of those that do not know. She's going into her sophomore year of high school. Oh, my gosh. You want to talk about the GOAT, Caitlin? The GOAT? Oh, it's the 10th episode of the podcast. It is.
Is that why you got balloons?
Yeah, that's why I got balloons. You want to try and put that back up on the wall? There's tape on the back. Yeah. It's fine if it doesn't go. It's completely fine if it doesn't go. I don't okay, nice. Sweet, we got it back up. My sister.
Okay, turn me on.
I gotcha, Caitlin. What's good? Welcome to the 10th episode
I'm tired.
Are you tired after your soccer academy?
Yeah.
I totally forgot that you had that.
Me too.
Did you see my text?
No, what was it?
I was like, where did you and Mom go? Because I finished my stream and I was like, where are they? Where are they? But then it made sense once I was driving to go grab the Blues.
Because Cadence, she wasn't going.
Oh, so Mom took you.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, I wanted to bring you on because I was just talking about like the 400-meter hurdles with Sydney McLaughlin.
I know.
Carlson, right? Insane race. You even watched it again. That's such a good race. Then I talked about Simone Biles and just the things that are going on in her life.
Yeah.
Right? But I haven't mentioned your favorite athlete, your favorite swimmer.
Katie Ledecky.
Katie Ledecky.
Come on. She'll be coming one day.
She'll be coming one day, right?
That's
Caitlin?
when you know you made it.
When Katie Ledecky's on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like obviously you've been watching the Olympics just as much as I have. You've probably been watching maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because you've beach volleyball.
I love beach volleyball.
You've also been watching or keeping up with basketball, maybe not watching it. You know, Team USA and Luka Slovenia.
Guess where Kemba Walker's planning to sign?
Okay, so I heard the free agent. He was gonna go to like a buyout to Thunder, but then he was gonna go.
He's buying out from the Thunder, so.
Oh, so then he's
planning to sign.
I saw it, but I don't remember where.
Oh, you don't?
I don't remember where.
That's good.
Oh, where is he planning?
New York Knicks.
Oh yes, the Knicks.
That's crazy.
That's interesting. He just keeps staying in that area.
There's so many like good teams now.
Yeah. There's the Chicago Bulls have made a lot of good plays.
The Heat too.
The Heat, the Lakers. Those are like the three teams that have made the moves. The Chicago Bulls, the Heat, and the Lakers.
I know.
Quite literally, only ones that made. I don't even know how Kendrick Nunn got onto the Lakers.
No, it's Chris Nunn.
Oh, is that his brother?
I don't know, but there's
they look alike.
There's two Nuns.
Okay, I was like Kendrick
and it's Chris and it's Kendrick.
Yeah.
So.
Well, because Kendrick was only in his third year, and I was like, wow, like did the Heat just get rid of him? I'm all tied up over here. But obviously, we've been watching the Olympics.
Yes.
And obviously, I'm watching a lot of the free agent stuff. And what are your thoughts on like the Olympics as a whole?
I know it's crazy. I asked Mom if she ever watched it when
she was growing up.
Then.
Yeah,
and she said
yeah.
When was it? She said like the 80s around
the 86?
there. Yeah,
well,
when she was in high school.
Yeah.
She said she watched the diving, mostly like the swimming.
Sure.
So like diving, Mom was a swimmer.
Yeah,
so.
Mom was a swimmer diver. So. Yeah, that's obviously really fun. Obviously, we've been able to see Katie Ledecky, the GOAT.
The GOAT.
The
GOAT.
And
every sport possible.
It's always so funny. For those that don't know, but you'll probably know what I'm talking about. When I say like the GOAT, I'm like, the GOAT's about to swim. And Mom's like, nah, she's not the GOAT. That's Biles. I'm like, no, Katie's the GOAT. Katie Ledecky's the GOAT. And it's just so funny.
It is.
Yeah, the Olympics have been really, really good.
Dude, I can't believe it was like in Greece one time.
Yeah, in Athens in 04.
No, it was in.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
I'm pretty sure it was 2000.
Was it
2000?
You want to bet?
Yeah, I'll bet.
Okay, you're saying 2000.
Yeah, I'm like pretty confident.
2000s. 2000.
It was 2004.
Olympics. Let's see. 2000 Olympics was in Sydney, Australia.
Oh.
So then Athens was because Beijing was in 08 and then London, Rio, Tokyo. That's a big names.
I know.
Right? Well, imagine this, Caitlin. 2028.
2028. We going. We will be going. I don't even care if we get broke after.
We will be going to the Olympics in 2028. Not as athletes, but as visitors.
As watchers. I will
spectators.
be at beach volleyball, basketball, the swimming,
track and field,
and that's it.
Insane.
I want to so bad.
Yeah.
In LA.
It's in LA. They've already held it in LA.
Yeah, because
before,
do you have like
do you
go to past things?
Well, I think it just helps to do something again.
Yes.
So because LA's still booming.
Yes.
Whereas some places back in the day, especially like Rio, even Rio doesn't even have some of the
Rio de Janeiro.
They don't even have some of the stadiums stuff.
Oh. Yeah.
They don't even have like some of the stuff anymore. They just like let it go.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of maintenance.
Yes.
To hold on for like 30 plus years, 50 years to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. LA is obviously booming, so they're probably decently okay.
Yeah.
But insane to think about that it's coming back to LA. In 2024 it's in France.
Let's go to France.
That would be pretty cool to go for like 2 weeks.
You know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about like my bucket list.
Well, what's on your bucket list, Kate?
Okay, go to a soccer game like a Okay,
Oh,
I want to go to Premier League.
Oh, like
because because I don't know, it's so much cooler.
Better, yeah.
I want to go to the U.S. Women's
national team.
game. I want to skydive.
Oh,
I want to go to courtside basketball game. I've already been on a courtside basketball game, but it was for college. Yeah, I was courtside with Dad.
Oh, during the Baylor Notre Dame game.
No, it was Notre Dame versus Oregon. I wasn't courtside there. I forgot what it was, but it was WSU. It was WSU versus someone else. I was courtside. Yeah. Dad didn't even tell me either. We just kept on walking and walking and walking. I'm like, are we going to stop? Are we going to stop?
You guys are like courtside.
Yeah, we were.
Wow.
But I want to be courtside on an NBA game.
Ah.
I want to go to the Olympics. That will happen. That will happen. That's like 6 things.
There's a lot.
I want to put it in my notes, but I keep on like adding things. So I don't like forget, but I never put it in my notes.
I will say skydiving is also on my summer bucket list.
Ooh.
So, but it costs a lot.
Yes.
Did you look it up? Have you looked up prices?
No, but I feel like skydiving is like
How much do you think it is?
400.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's like $399 and then obviously tax.
Yeah.
It's a lot, but I guess it kind of makes sense. It pays for the fuel, pays for all the other people.
Yes. No, but I've just been thinking about like
It's a lot of money.
everything.
Yeah.
Thinking about bucket lists.
Yeah. Well, obviously my summer bucket list, I'm crossing off a few things of those. Obviously I started the podcast. I am going to do my Spartan race.
And
I ate the hottest wings.
ziplining? Is that?
Ziplining.
I know, that's...
We're going to be doing that over
That's crazy.
in Washougal. That's going to be a ton of fun.
Zipline for 2 hours? You're on that thing for 2 hours?
Yeah. Like it's like a
You're just going for 2 hours? Like at the playground, you know, like this,
like the little sliding.
Yeah, go again.
So it's not exactly like you start at the top of a mountain, you zip line for 2
Yeah.
hours down.
Yeah.
You like think about it like a tree house. So there's there's little walkways and bridges and you go over. And
Is it like
zip line from one area all the way to the other?
Is it like the sidemen? Like
that's like
a
little bit more like city zip
yeah.
lining, if that makes sense.
Yes.
It's semi zip lining, but it's similar fashion where you cross a bridge and you're
Yes.
hooked, and they have like different things that you do, and there's one where you like jump off like a
my
like a
God.
bridge, and it's a
you
ton
know
of
what
fun.
would be cool? Bungee jumping.
Yeah.
The first time I wanted to was watching that episode in Austin and Allie when they all four go down.
From a Disney show.
Yeah, I wanted to do it.
I got inspiration to go bungee jumping from the bucket list video from Dude Perfect.
Oh.
They went bungee jumping in South Africa. Also, hence why I'm actually doing a bucket list. But that's been a ton of fun.
Also,
just
I want
kinda
to travel a
planning
lot
stuff.
of places. I just don't know where. Santa Monica Pier.
Yeah.
I want to go there so bad. Like number one.
That's your number one.
Probably because
Like a
GTA.
GTA.
Yeah, GTA. Dude, it seems so fun.
GTA has paved the way for both of us because it was my starting. That's the content that I made on when I first started my YouTube channel. And then obviously now you're playing it, which is really weird because that's 7 years later.
Yeah, and it's still like mostly the same stuff because it hasn't. GTA 6 is coming out in 2025 because it got pushed back. It got pushed back. I'm going to be graduating high school
10 years later.
I'm going to be graduated from high school, and it's going to be coming out. That's going to be so sad. I'm going to have to wait.
Sucks to wait the game because I've been waiting 7 years for a brand new GTA. Insane to think about.
I just want a new storyline. That's what I mean.
Yeah, like a new
I want to
single player.
add on to the storyline possibly.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you
I don't know.
would.
They usually make like new ones. I think
No.
Chicago or they've already done a Miami Vice. I think Chicago would be a really good one, or like a New York. I think those two big locations.
Yes.
Seattle now, or if they go like London,
Ooh, yeah.
get British accents. My T's and
Oh my God.
sorry to any of my UK audience, my British audience.
Have you ever seen those TikToks new? I'm going to a new school. Who should I act like?
Oh,
Be British.
Yeah, yeah. Because obviously nobody knows you. type thing.
Yes.
Yeah. I've seen that one.
So funny.
I saw this one. It was related to school. It's not related to that. where this girl, it was like, so they had graduated and then came back as if they were like a celebrity.
Yes.
Hilarious.
I love that.
And she's like, oh, you want to, oh, yeah, okay.
I get it.
Yeah, you don't want to, okay. Yeah.
You're in class. You're in class. It's fine.
Yeah, it's so funny.
It's so funny.
There's some pretty good TikToks. I love the "Puedes ir a la es un sándwich." Can you make me a sandwich?
Yeah. The one that you were listening to.
That means, can you make me a sandwich? And it's so
Respect
funny.
Fedora.
I see it on every single one of my TikTok accounts. I've seen it on every single one of my For You.
That's funny.
Because I have my main one, my gaming one, my podcast one, and my tier list one.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's so funny.
Oh my god, this
Every time I
girl
laugh.
blocked me on both of my accounts. Because,
Is she a lot bigger than you, or do you know her in school?
No, I know her from school, and she's
Oh!
she's so annoying.
Oh,
I won't name names. You don't know her at all. So.
Granted, she probably won't watch the podcast.
No, but still,
yeah. you don't want to get caught in the crossfire.
Okay, no, she's so annoying. She thinks she's better than anyone else, and she blocked me on Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, twice on TikTok. Literally, I made a third account just so I could look at her TikToks. I hate her. I hate her. I don't understand her hype. All her friends, I don't understand why she has friends. She's so annoying. What?
It's just so funny to hear that come from your mouth, Caitlin.
No, but she's literally so annoying. She was on. Oh, you know her, actually. You actually do. You actually do. I'm now realizing that. Oh my god. You don't know her. I don't mention her, but
You have a yearbook, right? Has it came yet?
no, it's coming. When we get to school, we get it, which is so lame. I want to talk to Slater at practice because his boys go as we go. So I'll be like, hey, can you just give me mine? I'm so mad. I hate her. Even the thought of her, anything.
Well, you're thinking about her right now and talking about her.
It makes me want to throw up.
Well, okay, that's gonna be a long high school for you.
No, I literally hate her.
Is it because do you hate her because she hates you, or
No, she doesn't know I hate her. I don't think so. No. On my private story on Snapchat, I literally diss her so much. I hate her.
Caitlin's the antagonist of everything going on in this feud?
I literally don't like her at all.
This is Skylar.
No.
Kate.
No, you know her, you know of her.
Okay.
But she doesn't know that I
Dislike her.
Yeah. But she probably does. I don't know.
Well, you've led her to block you on almost every social media.
Okay. Well, first of all, when I started saying sus for the first 2 days.
Yes,
that's mad sus. I commented on her TikToks, be like, "That's mad sus, bro." And then she kept replying to my comments and followed me, but then she blocked me. She every one of her every one of her TikToks, I'm like, sus, mad sus. You're sus. So here's how you know if Caitlin dislikes you. She'll go to your TikToks, go to your Instagram, go on anything, swipe up on your Snapchat story, Instagram story. Sus. Mad sus, bro. You're kind of sus, bro. It's so funny.
I feel like you find joy in that.
Yeah, I do, because every one of my friends know I hate her.
Do they also dislike her?
Yeah. Well, they don't understand why I don't like her, but I can't explain why I don't like her.
Yeah, it's hard because
hard. It's my perspective, and it's just it's hard. But if I were to explain it, maybe they will. Some of my friends hate that. Amira does, Malia does.
Just kind of
Skylar does.
Is she a mean girl? No, the movie Mean Girls. Is she like that?
Ooh. No, she's clueless.
Oh.
The girl. She's like.
There's a word for it.
Not petty.
Oh no, I was gonna say. Remember when we were, Zombieland? That one girl who wears the pink and dresses over really nice.
No.
She's really the
she's
blonde.
No,
type
she's not. Oh my god, she's dyed her hair so many times.
Oh,
I don't even know what color her hair is.
Well, she blocked you, so you probably won't know.
No, but you just make other accounts and you'll get it.
You'll get it.
She'll finally just, if you just stop interacting with her.
Yeah, I'm glad you haven't came to me to see if I have seen or just to look her up.
Annoying.
It's tough. It's tough, Caitlin. When there's people that are just get on your nerves all the time.
No, but she doesn't talk to me. She doesn't talk to me at all. Like, I just hate her. See, that's why people don't understand why I hate her.
Because you don't talk to her.
No,
have you ever talked to her?
Yeah, I talk to her in a sarcastic way. Like I'm just joking with her all the time, but it's like a mean
It's
joke.
like a hatred.
Yeah.
I feel where you're coming from.
But she's never talked to me. Well, no, she's talked to me like 5 times throughout middle school.
Tough.
And probably twice throughout my freshman year.
That's tough. I remember there was a time where like I'd be in like math class and it'd be like, maybe not math class, A class, and be like one like person that would always like keep asking something or like be really dumb.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, I'd make like a sarcastic comment.
Mm-hmm.
Like solely just jabbed at
Yes.
them. Like it was like nothing else. And like, I feel bad for doing it, but like at the same time in the moment, I guess it kind of seemed right. Like, just
you just
shut up.
Yeah,
like,
you just say what's on your mind, and then you're like, oh, that's kind of rude.
Yeah.
That always happens.
It's just what happens.
That's always happens to me. I always say mean things. I'm like, oh, that was really rude. I'm sorry.
Like when you're screaming into the Fortnite microphone and, what are you doing? What are you? No, Bill. Oh, God. Oh, God. And I'm just like sitting there just trying to edit. And the kid's like, oh, my God.
Dude.
Shoot him.
I got 13 kills.
Oh, yesterday on that win?
Yeah.
Wow. Caitlin's a Fortnite god. In case you guys didn't know that, Caitlin's
My
a
soccer
Fortnite
teammate
god.
makes fun of me for that. Her name's Hannah. It's the Sandpoint girl. Her name's
Oh.
Hannah, but it's the weirdest thing calling her Hannah because I think Hannah's a dog name because of our dog Hannah.
Oh.
So, and I've never met like another Hannah. That's a person.
Yeah.
So just
I
calling
went to
her.
high school with one.
because-
With 2 of them.
But like calling her Hannah is just weird.
Yeah. It's like, Hannah, come here. She's like, I know. Rest in peace, our dog. And
I know.
Bandito. And Simon,
Oh my
wherever
god, I
he is.
forgot about Ben.
I
Yeah,
know. Wherever Simon is. We had like a big windstorm for those just context. We had a big windstorm in 2015 during Thanksgiving time.
Yeah.
And Simon had gone out. I was up at Chase's house because I got stuck with him.
Oh, is that the day that he?
Yeah, because they let him outside. And then he just never came back.
2015.
Yeah. We have no idea where he's at. And then we got Phoenix, and then he looks exactly like him.
I know, it's so weird.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. Yeah.
I like Phoenix's eyes. He looks like a panther.
Yeah, he does. Especially like at night when you like see him walking through.
I wish
through the
cats
lawn.
could get bulk.
Well, they get fat.
Yeah, that's the thing.
They don't go.
I wish they could.
Yeah.
Cool.
Speaking of bulk, like you know how I was saying, like some of my clothes just like don't fit me anymore.
I know, like you're
just getting bigger. It's been weird because I put on like a sweatshirt so I could go DoorDash the other day. I was like the thing came up to
Oh,
here.
I hate when
and
that
then
happens.
and then my shoulders like were too tight, and I'm like,
Was it the Spokane track and field one?
no. It was a crew neck actually. It was like
Oh.
a sweater.
Oh
a
yeah,
sweater.
yeah.
Like that gray one, pajama one with the little spearfish on it. Yeah, so it had like just got like really tight, and I'm like, oh god. And I put on those pink shorts, my red pink shorts, too tight. I put on the nice pants yesterday, too tight. What is going on? Like in this world, I have no idea what is going on. I am so beyond flabbergasted.
Sometimes I
by
feel like
everything
I just
going
get skinnier because I always look at my arms because my arms don't like have
on.
anything.
Yeah, like
so,
when I go like this, my arms look super skinny, but then I go like
no,
that. and they look
like just right here, I only look at this part of.
yeah,
I'm like,
look at your
man.
forearms. I used to be super skinny, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Really skinny back in early high school days because I was always doing cross country.
Yeah,
and then
so
I
you
had to
didn't-
bulk up for track like in like 6 months.
Yeah,
It's a lot.
it's tough.
I did
So-
yeah.
High school soccer starts August 23rd.
I know. Are you excited for that?
I don't know. We're gonna do bad this year.
No, but like maybe if shutdown defense, lockdown defense, Caitlin, you know. I'm sure you will do good.
Yeah.
You know.
Maybe not as a team, but maybe
individually.
Yeah. Maybe I can get all team or
Yeah. First
actually
team?
be a team.
First team. Yeah.
Not be honorable
Yeah.
mentions. I was so shocked when I got that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what I don't
I mean,
even
you
know.
played well. I mean, even all the games that I watched, you played super well.
With 2 sprained ankles throughout high school.
Yeah. So you had 2 sprained ankles throughout that entire soccer season,
Yes.
and then basketball season,
Yes.
and then you also got honorable mention, which is insane as a freshman.
I know.
Because there's only 2 other there's 2 freshmen, you and another girl, or there was a 3.
No,
there was
there's
3
no other freshmen. Or
No, there
oh
was.
no.
There was 3 of your team.
Yes.
Janice, you, and
Jamie Ross.
Jamie Ross.
Oh no, there was another freshman.
Yeah,
it was
there's
only. It was from. She was from Shadle.
Yeah, there was 2 freshmen and 3 on your team.
Yep. See, I
Yeah.
thought you were talking about my team. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think there was.
Yeah.
I was only freshman.
Yeah. No, but that's pretty solid. So round of applause
I know.
for that. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm saying we need to get into the gym, and we just kind of need to get working on stuff.
I
you
got
know?
nothing.
Well,
Maybe if I flex, like.
well, you could get something, you know? Because trust me, I had no upper body as of like 4 weeks ago. Like, barely none. I could do like 8 pull-ups and be like, and they weren't even good pull-ups. They were like, and now I could go like,
Yeah, like a full.
yeah, like a full. Then I could do like chin-ups like it's nothing. I could do
That's
like push-ups
crazy.
like it's nothing and dips like it's nothing.
It's crazy how you bulk up. You're probably more bulk than Kevin Durant. He's
Yeah,
so
240 pounds, baby.
It's so crazy how Giannis and him are the same.
Weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
That's crazy.
Maybe it's just the hair. Maybe it's just Giannis's hair. I know. Shout out to obviously the Milwaukee Bucks. I know you kind of sad that they won,
I know. I'm really upset.
but it happens.
At least I have his jersey, and I doubt he'll go anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like loyal.
You're welcome, by the way,
You're welcome.
for the jersey.
I know.
Gigantus.
I want a Russell Westbrook OKC jersey. I don't want.
You want an old one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's kind of hard to find. I feel like.
It's not super duper hard to
No.
find. I bet you. Well, because he played there forever.
Ooh, and for another bucket list is like getting jerseys
jo-
that I actually want. Ooh,
Signed?
getting a signed jersey, getting signed. Ooh, get shoes from like if they.
Ah. So cool.
I would
You'd have to go to a lot of games for that.
I know. I would have to go to like every game.
Who would you want it from? Russell Westbrook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
'Cause
like
that's your favorite
any,
player.
But any player, I
Like
would
even
be
if it's like a bench player, like
Chris Nunn. I don't even care. Just give me a sign.
Tyler Harrow.
Oh my god.
That'd be cool.
He's gonna be a dad. He probably is a dad, to be honest, already.
Yeah.
He's,
He's
so-
already a dad.
He's like so weird now. Like
I know.
his stiff ad. This is
See him boxing.
Blueface versus Tyler Hero in the ring right now.
Right now.
We're calling it.
Yeah, it's so funny how some people get to that, like celebrity boxing and obviously like even other things.
No,
you know?
YouTube boxing's actually kind of cool, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah. I like YouTube boxing because it's like you actually know the people.
Yes.
You know?
Instead of like.
Whereas like Lamar Odom's fighting some
Ooh,
other guy.
And I would like to go to a UFC fight.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
So fun.
Who'd you want to watch though?
Ooh, I don't know.
Because we like a lot of the same things now. We didn't like a lot of the same
No.
things back then, but we've definitely crossed paths in that regards.
Yeah, which is good.
Nate Diaz.
I would watch Nate Diaz.
Nate Diaz.
Yeah, just because I've used him in the UFC.
In UFC 3 all the time.
Mo Bamba, my player.
Darius Mo.
Darius Mo.
Darius Mo.
No, it would just be so cool.
Yeah.
I want to
think
do so many things, but it all involves sports. Like,
Yeah.
everything I probably named was mostly on sports.
yeah, or sports related
Yes.
other than travel.
Yeah. But,
Yeah.
like, that's, like, a typical thing for, like, anyone, I feel
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
traveling somewhere.
yeah. Road trip travel, plane
Okay,
travel.
I don't understand the hype about New York City. I feel like it's only cool in Christmas time and at night.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
I
yeah.
don't think it's, I need to go there to understand the hype.
New Year's, Christmas.
Like, only special events are good in New York.
Madison Square Garden's there.
What's that?
It's like the Staples Center, like it's arena.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. It's where a
Oh.
lot of people perform. A lot of people.
Ooh, concerts. I would love to go to an Ariana Grande concert.
You already went to a Khalid concert.
I would go to a Post Malone
Post Malone concert would be nice.
That would be
Mom, we
nice.
could bring mom. Mom's like, thank you for following me.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think about there. I would go to a Doja Cat concert, to be honest.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah. Did she perform at Rolling Loud?
I'm pretty sure.
There's a lot of
There
things
was there was a lot of people at Rolling Loud.
All those festivals, they have so many people.
I know.
So many people. They have
And there's so many celebrities there.
Yeah. They had Rolling Loud. They also had
What was that
Lollapalooza?
Yeah,
That's a big one.
That's a huge one.
Yeah. Then Coachella.
Okay,
Coachella's probably
I like Coachella.
the big one.
I like-
Rolling Loud's probably the biggest one because it has 3 separate locations: California, Miami, and New
Oh,
York.
seriously?
Yeah, it's got 3 separate locations.
So like the 3 main cities of this country right now.
Miami, LA,
And
New
New
York City.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spokane
So-
will be up there one day.
I'm putting them on the map, baby. I'm putting them on the map. I ain't no Ohio boy. I ain't from Nebraska. I ain't from Maryland. I ain't from North Dakota. I'm from Washington.
I was about to say you're from
Spokane, Washington.
You're not from Spokane.
Spokane Valley.
You're not from Spokane Valley.
It's
either.
like way of type thing. You know, like in the fight, they're from.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
They're from Brazil,
like,
but
you're
they fight out a way of like Spokane, Washington.
No, but like you're from
I'm from Bothell.
Yeah.
Bothell, Kirkland area. Yeah. But it's like I make YouTube videos out of
It's
way
crazy.
of Spokane.
It's crazy how all 4 of us, like our family, were born in different areas. Like different places.
Mom.
California born.
Fresno.
Visalia.
Visalia.
California.
Delia. Priscilla.
Dad's from
Moses Lake.
No, he was born in Seattle.
Was he?
Yes,
Okay.
but it was like a city like yours, Bothell.
Oh, that makes sense because Grandma was over in Bothell over there.
Yeah, and then
And
you.
I was born, and then
And
you were
I'm
born
from here.
So
This
Caitlin, you're the only homegrown Spokane native here.
is the only house
Let's
I've lived
go.
in, which is so sad. Because moving away, I don't want to.
You're like mom.
I don't. But this is such like this is.
This is home.
Well, this is where our parents got married at.
This is where I grew up. Like quite literally.
Yeah, because you didn't.
I don't remember like the other places.
Yeah.
The apartment.
Like
and,
north
north side. The apartment over in Bothell.
You live in an apartment? They lived in an apartment?
Yeah.
Oh, they
Yeah,
did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Dad showed me the place a few times.
Oh,
It's like on that little hill.
Oh,
It's like come down. And yeah,
that's crazy.
insane. Yeah. Hopefully we'll move into a bigger house or like a different house that's
Liberty Lake type house, Central Valley type house, literally anything else besides Spokane Valley.
You just want to live in a nice house, don't you?
Yeah.
You got it.
But I can't have too big a house because I feel like I
need
need
to fill it.
I need to fill it up.
Yeah.
And I'm not good at interior design or exterior
that's
design.
where I'm. That's
not
good.
where I'm. See, maybe I will find your house and you do the
the inside. You
yeah.
do the exterior. I do the okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
Perfect.
Yeah, because that's the exterior is what matters. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. You got.
Yeah,
You don't want like a purple house or a pink door.
No, like a white, like basically Dr. Lopez's new office.
Like all those colors, like all
Like that
like
color,
the
that
vibe.
Yeah, like the darker gray, white.
Yeah. See,
Kind of like wood
recently,
vibe. Oh,
as I
amazing.
told
Emma
you-
Chamberlain's house, just like that.
ooh, yeah,
Like
she has a nice house.
Well, maybe not that same design.
you know how
but
she's
that
moving
colors.
into a new house?
Yeah,
I know. That house is nice.
I haven't seen the new house, but
I have.
I'll look it up.
I feel like
'Cause you
it's
follow her.
It's,
I don't.
it's probably so big for her, like just her.
Yeah,
But
just her. Yeah.
but she's living in a like a part or like a part not apartment like an Airbnb for so long
Oh,
because they're like
building it.
or like renovating it or like
Oh.
something about it.
Something that takes some time.
6 months worth. So
You wouldn't like assume that you'd do that before you move, or
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like you would want to like do that like 6 months before you actually
Yes.
move out, you know.
But like
Tough.
maybe it was like her dream house,
Yeah,
and you just
yeah. It
you
just
have
came up for sale, and then
you
she's
have
like, I
to
gotta
buy
go
it.
for it. Yeah.
Imagine how much money she has. She probably has
A lot.
with her coffee.
Yeah. Her YouTube,
I know.
insane.
She
Yeah.
popped off.
I remember when she only had like 1 million.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy seeing like someone that you used to watch.
Like Casey Neistat. I used
Like-
to watch him at like 1 million.
Yeah, and then like them grow to be like, oh my god,
What about me, Caitlin? What about if I hit 1 million?
that would be crazy. That would be absolutely.
That'd be crazy, Caitlin.
Dude,
1 million followers. Insane.
Did you hear it? Rihanna's a
Oh,
billionaire.
yes.
now.
I saw that.
Rihanna, yes.
That's like your favorite artist.
One of my favorites. I would
One
say.
of, not the, but one of
Dude,
your favorite artists.
billionaire right there.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's crazy.
Well, it's probably from her Venti, like lingerie line.
Oh, she made a lingerie line.
Yeah, that's the Venti Like, yeah.
That's crazy.
And then obviously like her music, obviously
she hasn't even produced music. And
no,
like,
I hope she just. I'm pretty sure she's probably done with music, but
hey, there's still hope.
Ella. Yeah, dude, she's insane. I love listening to her music.
I know.
She's really good.
Yeah.
You like, yeah. Yeah, it's weird how like you're like, I don't know where I was going with this. Like how music we like back then.
I
Because
find
like
music so like it's like such a platform. Like it's crazy.
yeah, because like I used to listen to a lot of songs back then that you listen to now.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is weird.
I know.
You know,
It's like mom.
yeah,
Like our parents like
like
kids
the Scorpions, like old songs that like.
I wish there was more rock bands nowadays. Like
Yeah.
I hate like.
Well, you have like Blink 182.
Well, I wish there was more.
Yeah, they got 5 Seconds of Summer.
But now it's all pop. It's all
Yeah.
pop.
Yeah, it's just kind of like hits a trend, you know. I think
You have to hit the trend to make
trap
money.
music had a like trap music had a paved a way for a while, and pop music was a big hit like in my middle school days.
Pop music.
Yeah, like it was like Taylor Swift, like you know she was like the queen of pop at that time. Adele.
I'm not a big fan of T Swift.
I'm not a big fan of T Swizzle either.
I just don't like. I don't like her country.
You like Adele?
Oh, love Adele. Adele's good.
Yeah,
I can listen to her all day.
good too. Yeah, there's a
It's
lot
like-
of
It's real good.
yeah.
It's like good slow because Adele's music
Yeah,
are
it's generally slower,
slow,
but
it's good. It's not like Louis Capaldi. No hate on him, but
no, I can't listen to any.
I
of his
can't. I
songs.
can't listen to him.
So boring. Even Ed Sheeran, like his pop music's good. His slow songs like
I don't like Ed Sheeran at all.
Perfect is like it's an alright song, but it's just like,
Ed Sheeran on.
it's just so overplayed.
There's so many songs overplayed.
Lego House is really slow. Lego House I have on my phone actually. I remember the first song that I downloaded on my phone. It was Carmen's "Hello."
Oh my god!
the first song that I bought on
love
here.
Carmen.
It was
Like
the first song that I bought on here. She released a song recently, no?
hello. Oh, dang it!
Yeah.
I can't sing it.
It's
I can't-
okay. It's like for like 2 seconds.
Dude,
but yeah,
it's
it's a good song. It's a catchy song. 'Cause the
it's
chorus-
good. No, she always pops up in my head like every like few months. I'll be like, I'll listen to her right now. It
Then
sounds good.
I always remember Jaden Smith and Justin Bieber, "Never Say Never." Never say never.
That was with Jason Smith too.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't know that. I thought it was just Justin Bieber.
No, because it was during the Karate Kid when Jackie Chan
Y-
and Jaden Smith were in that movie.
Oh my god, Jason Smith, great artist.
Yeah, underrated. Maybe good.
Oh, he performed at Rolling Loud.
Oh wow, I need to get over there. I like Jaden Smith. I like. listening to
He
his music.
performed that.
Wow.
I didn't even recognize him.
He's got a different look.
No, it's just his hair.
Yeah, just his hair, but yeah, obviously that's like big. Like if
Yeah.
The Weeknd shaved his head, we wouldn't know who The Weeknd is.
Yes.
Type thing. But yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of people out there.
I know. Music is just there's such a variety that
Yeah,
you can
which is
listen
good.
to.
Even the real Jared,
I know.
even my music.
I know.
Yeah,
Priscilla, the rap god.
yeah.
I'm gonna make some music one day. I can't believe our parents are 50.
About to be 51
I know.
next month.
I know.
Yeah, they turned 50 during COVID, and 51 this year.
That's crazy. That's crazy because
I know.
I'm
They
not
don't
even
even
20.
They don't even look 50.
I'm not even 20.
I'm 20.
I'm not even 20 and they're turning 50.
I know. They had you a
Because
little
they
late.
had me so late. Literally, they had me when they were like 36. No? And kids these days, parents are 36. They had me so
Yeah, all my friends had pretty older parents. Like they had like kids like 28 or like 30.
I do know someone's parents that are like 60.
Yeah, I know one. Yeah. You remember Liz, my prom date?
Yeah.
Yeah, her parents are a little bit older because she's a 30-year-old sister, 40-year-old sister,
Oh my goodness.
40, 30, and then she's 20. They were all 10 years apart.
That's
Like
crazy.
20 years later, they're like, oh, let's have a kid.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to wrap up this episode. Episode 10, Caitlin. Look at him. Look at the balloons. Oh, my gosh. I'm so happy. Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening to episode 10 of The Realest Podcast. Caitlin, again, thank you so much for coming on.
I know.
It was great. You just, hate that girl.
Switch topic to topic.
No, it's good.
I can't stay on a
one
topic.
No, but it's good that we can like talk about that because not a lot of people know what our connection is like as brother and sister.
Yeah.
This is just a place that we can do that. On episode 10 of the Rose Podcast, again, the banner right there. Thank you guys so much for subscribing, liking, and watching. If you guys want to listen to audio, Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, all those will be in the linked down below. Remember to buy your Nation or merch at shop.spreadshirt.com. Remember to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys later. Remember to live life of living, life of love, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Peace.